Hi, I'm MaryAiñe Curtis of Return to Joy, and thought for the moment is about vibrations and how they affect us. The vibrations of words, particularly, and the sound of our voice, the tones that we use. And I was just sitting here for a moment, just gathering my thoughts, connecting internally with myself, and thinking, no, not thinking. I was not thinking. I took a moment of no thinking, of stillness, empty presence, which is something that I practice more and more every day, to just be present. Because what happens when I'm not present, my mind is way ahead of me, about 20 feet, or it's way behind me, worrying about what happened yesterday, what happened all this morning, and then it jumps back and forth between where I'm going, what I have to do, all the chatter in my head. And if I stop for just a moment and get centered, get quiet, I can be here, right now, present. And so vibrations is something that affects me all the time as well. I think about vibrations like this. When I use certain words, what is my intent behind the word? I used to be a really sarcastic brat, and it was learned with all those brothers, it was my backwards, side-handed way of getting back at them, and to call them names or be mean. And it didn't really serve. That's when I was very closed up and I had lots of walls around me to protect me. And I learned, as I started learning more about how I wanted to feel, how I wanted to be kinder and really be who I am, let my heart be open, be more vulnerable, that some words just felt really bad. And to use them in joking, there's a lot of sarcasm in this world, and it is awful. And it's not joking, it's not funny, it's intended to hurt. And if that's what you want to do, then you also are going to have the repercussions of that energy come back at you, because you will be hurt as a result. Not only will somebody else do that, but you will be hurt in your spirit, because your spirit won't feel good. And it's really hard work to be mean and nasty. It's not such a hard thing to be kind, although it is risky to be kind, because many of us have been made fun of for being too nice, or not standing up for ourselves, or just kind of blowing things off. But when you kind of assess your day at the end of the day, how did you relate to people? Were you kind, or were you harsh and mean and nasty, or you didn't have time for them, or maybe just the energy of I don't even want to talk to you, to a neighbor was enough that you projected that energy out there. We feel the energy that is projected at us or around us, because we have this gauge inside of us that's vibrational, that is like a radar, actually, that picks up the energy of other people or their feelings, or whether they're feeling mean and nasty. I mean, it's obvious when there's a mean and nasty person in the room. Everybody feels it. Now, one way that you will notice this is if you've ever been, maybe you were a kid, maybe it's you, in an argument and the phone rings, and you were saying all these mean things and yelling and using your voice, and the phone rings and you pick it up and you go, hello, and you're all nice all of a sudden. And then as soon as you finish with the phone call, you're back to being mean again. Holy moly. It's a learned behavior to be nice as soon as you pick up the phone, because you don't know who it's going to be. And then you're back in the argument. And that's vibration, that's energy. But if someone walks into a room where there has been a lot of arguing going on, you can feel the density of that behavior. In the same way, if you walk into a room where it's joyful and happy and people feel good, you feel welcomed, you feel light, you want to join, right? It feels good, it's yummy. And so these vibrations are things that you can just observe in yourself, observe in the people around you, and start noticing what happens with your words and the tone of your voice. The tone of your voice has a lot to do with things too, and we'll talk about that on another day. Thank you for listening, and if you'd like to know more, there's a link below to sign up to get more of these little videos. And if you have comments or questions, please let me know. I have many things to talk about, and I would love to talk about what it is important to you. Okay? Thank you.